So we live in a world that sometimes seems so very devoid of hope. That's not saying anything new this year, is it? But yet, Christmas tells us that there is hope. In fact, a lot of the hymns that we sing remind us of that very same thing. How about, my hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness? Edward Mote wrote that hymn in 1834. It had 6 stanzas. He wrote the refrain and the first 4 stanzas on his way to work one day when it came into his mind, honestly, that hope was the experience of every single child of God. The other 2 stanzas were written after he came out of a meeting, bumped into a parishioner who said, "My wife is terribly ill at home. Would you go and visit her?" So the good pastor did exactly that. They sang together the first 4 stanzas that he had written on a piece of paper in his pocket. And then when he could see with his own 2 eyes the woman's experience of hope after he witnessed to her, he went home, sat beside the fire, and wrote the last 2 stanzas. That is a true story. In the previous church that I served, I knew a man who served in the Marine Corps in World War II. He was very, very proud of it. And this man was actually an amazing person. He didn't just serve in the Marines either. He signed up after he joined the Marines to join one of the Marine Raider battalions. You know, those battalions that island hopped in the Pacific. He told me that one time he spent 30 days in a foxhole that had water in the bottom of it. I mean, I can't even imagine what that would have been like. But honestly, when I asked him why he did it, he got this big smile on his face, and he said, well, for 2 reasons. First of all, we were all hoping that the war would end soon. And secondly, he said, some of us big old farm boys, we were kind of hoping we could help it end soon. And I've cried more than once in his presence, and as I've thought about him. He's gone home now to glory. But whenever I think about him, whenever I think about that hymn, I realize that truly is what Christmas is all about. It's all about hope, and not just for me, not just for you. Hope for everyone. That's what Grace to Go says.